Last week we were up 3.8%. This week we gave back those profits. I'm going to show you exactly how the system performed. This is one of the episodes most trading channels and mentors would never make. Let's get into it. First, welcome back to our Profam Challenge series from $0 to $25,000. The goal of this series isn't to show only winning trades, but to document what real trading looks like. Some weeks the market pays you, some weeks it takes the money back. This week was one of those days it took our money back. Guys, hey, let us just go into it and we see what happened. But the difference between professionals and amateurs is how they handle those losses. We start our day with Monday.
Good morning, guys. So our Monday trade reversed, but we were not stopped out, as you can see. Look at that. I'm still holding the trade. I'm not getting out. This is the reason why I told you that when you're in drawdown and you fully accepted the risk, you're not going to interfere with the trade. Today I might get out with a break even depending on today's setup. Maybe I will hold it, or maybe I will get out with break even. So let's wait and see what will happen next.
Monday looked normal. We found one buy setup. As usual, we always come and we mark our consolidation like that. Found our buy setup up over here. Our stop loss, we had to stretch it down over here. And we target 3% profit. But as you can see, we didn't reach that 3%. We held this trade until on Tuesday, and on Tuesday, we hit break even. We followed the rules and accepted the risk because this is how you are supposed to trade. Now let us go to the next day, which is on Tuesday.
So guys, our first Tuesday trade, we found buys. So I've entered buys on this trade, and I'm still also holding yesterday's trade at break even. So this is how it looks like right now. So let's wait and see what happens. I'll update you guys later on.
On Tuesday, we found another buy opportunity. As you can see, we found another buy opportunity, but we got stopped out. Guys, it's so easy for you to actually see how the market played out because we are not using the playback feature. So it's so easy for you to see, and maybe you'll say, oh, why wouldn't you have entered the sales because it has already sold? No, it's so easy for you to say so, but imagine when you wake up in the morning and the market is in this structure. What would you have thought in mind if the market was in this structure? What would you have thought of? And would you have thought of any sales in this kind of market structure? No. We could have been thinking about buys targeting these highs or these other previous highs. We hit our stop loss with this, and then we also hit a break even on our Monday trades on Tuesday. So we didn't find any re-entry on Tuesday, nothing unusual, no re-entry. So we close it and we move on to Wednesday. Guys, this is our yesterday trade on Wednesday. As you can see, we took these buys, we were floating on profits, but market decided to reverse and we hit our loss. Later during the night, I took a sell re-entry over here. We also floated on profits, but we didn't hit our take profit, and the market stopped us at break even. You can see. It means yesterday we only lost one trade. We respected the plan. Yeah, it's just a normal occurrence. Now today is on Thursday. Let's wait and see what the market will give us today. We keep up the momentum, we keep up the consistency, and we shall definitely pass this account. As you have seen right now that the market has just been going to a direction, but it doesn't reach our full take profit. This week was just a scalping week for the scalpers. It doesn't reach our full take profit. It goes to a direction, then it reverses back to our stop loss. Let us have a look on Thursday. Thursday we had PPI news at 3:30 p.m. As you can see, it didn't move. Both news didn't move consecutively, didn't move. They moved at maybe a later period, but at that time, it didn't move. Thursday and Friday, were the hardest days to document, guys. It was one of the hardest days. As usual, we marked out our consolidation. We had a double loss. We took our first sales like that. We lost. Later in the evening, I took another re-entry of sales and we still lost on that trade. That was on Thursday. Coming on Friday, we also marked that consolidation that we saw like that. We took our first trade as buys on Friday. On Friday, we had no news and it lost again. We were just seeing profits on V1s. That's normal. That's a normal occurrence. No worries. We lost on it. Then later in the evening, I took another re-entry of buys around somewhere here like that, and we also lost on it. We had two trades each day. Both met our criteria and both failed. At this point, I already knew I had entered a losing streak. And I reminded myself through the data I keep of how perfect the system is in terms of expectancy, despite the losses. We know there's no perfect system, but the system is perfect in terms of expectancy. It has a very high positive expectancy. By Friday evening, we had gone from positive 3.8% to negative 0.9%. Now, the honest debrief, the critical success factors for every trader to consider. Number one, always acknowledge the emotion. Whenever you are trading, acknowledge your emotion. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to maybe put it on somebody else. Take full accountability. Now, let me tell you what I felt sitting at my desk, especially on Friday, because this is a documentary and I promised nothing but the truth. It's frustrating to be on a losing streak. It's frustrating, but hatukuwa tuna panic because risk management was in check. So hakuna venye tunge panic all through. But the frustration, it was so real. And I'm not going to hide it. Despite the confidence I have in my system, the frustration was so real. There's this sense of having an external accountability. That is why I was feeling that way. But I made peace with that. It's okay. You can work all week, you can follow all plan and do everything right. And the market still does what it wants. The market still does what it wants. The losses we take were valid and clean. Sometimes the market doesn't go your way. Despite having the bad week that we had, every single trade followed the strategy. Now, the real danger is always what you do next. Do I overtrade to recover? Do I widen my stop loss? Do I start second guessing the strategy? Those are the mistakes that can turn a bad week to a blown account. If you look at Proform stats, those are the mistakes that turn a bad week to a blown account. Anyone can look like a genius during a winning streak. Look at our episode 2. Episode 2 was good. We made 3.8% being disciplined. And so we had to maintain that discipline even if we have bad market conditions. The real test happens when conditions change. What happens next? Here's the cumulative curve and our funding peaks dashboard for the week. You can see we have lost almost 5% of the account. Going into episode 4, the goal is still to follow the plan, execute consistently, and let the probabilities play out. Through this journey until we reach the master account, we'll have drawdowns. It just means the journey is real. Now, before I close this episode, guys, I want to share something that happened on Tuesday that reminds us exactly why we don't quit when things get hard. So, guys, there's this account that I've not been talking about. I've been trading on for my friend. It's a 5K account, and as you can see that it's a phase 2. We are supposed to reach $250. That is 5% of the equity. So I'm just remaining with like $66 to hit the target. So I can't target 3% because I know that they only want $66. So that is what I'm targeting on this account. Let's wait and see. I think I saw 250 by the way. Let's wait. Can I wait? Can I wait any further? Close. So we have passed. Guys, we have passed our first one of this phase two, not phase one. Phase two of this challenge. Yo, guys, you can see we came back to break even. We went into loss, but I didn't get out. We've passed phase two of our 5K account. So let me screenshot so that I'll show my boy. We passed phase two of our 5K challenge account. We are officially funded on it, but I'll start trading that master account next month, not this month. And because that master account was different from this Pro Farm challenge, I'm not going to document much about it, but we shall be focusing on this 25K account, but also giving you some small updates here and there on the performance of that 5K master account. I hope you are all learning a lot from the start of this series, and in this episode, being disciplined under pressure is the story. Profitable traders are defined by how they handle losses, not wins. Subscribe and like so you don't miss what happens next. And if you've had a week like this before, drop your experience in the comments. Let me know how you handle it. See you in the next episode. Peace.